Hello, everybody. My name is Richard Vigorelli, and this is Vigorelli Institute. Now, as I am recording this, it is just after lunch. I ate while I watched the movie, and it's a Sunday, so let's do this. Much Ado About Nothing. Now, this movie, well, the script is, how many hundreds of years old? And written by the Bard Shakespeare, old Bill, and it's one of my favorites of his plays. Now, this is actually a rom-com, and this movie is every single piece of that. Okay? But let's, before we really get into it, let's look at the cast here. Now, you've got Michael Keaton right here. That's Keanu. We got Denzel. Okay. Oh, yes. And this is Emma Thompson. I don't know if you recognize him. He got obliviated in the second Harry Potter movie. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, that's Kate Beckinsale. As a kid. You want to know how old this movie is? 32 years old. This thing can have a mortgage. This was done in 1993. First time I watched it, I was in high school. And I loved it. Now, it is, yes, one of my absolute favorite Shakespearean plays and movies. The direction, set, everything, absolutely gorgeous. This takes place on a villa in Messina. Now, for those of you who do not know Mediterranean, or even world geography for that matter, Messina is on the top eastern edge, well, the top eastern corner of the island of Sicily. The island of Sicily is that big triangle rock that the Italian boot is kicking. Okay? Also, happens to be where my ancestors come from. Anyway, it starts out that, it's just they're hanging out at home, and Beatrice and Hero were talking about, by the way, Beatrice, Hero, cute girl, wants to get married to this guy. She doesn't like men, but ends up with this guy. That's Benedict. Anyway, so they're talking about how much Hero wants to get married, and she's hoping, that when the guys get back from war, there will be someone there for her. Oh, and by the way, before we get deeper, Denzel here plays a prince. But that never happened before. Sit down. So, Beatrice says, nah, I don't like men. They're stupid and dumb and hate them because they're dumb. And so the guys come back from war. All the ladies are excited, so they all go up and get dressed. We do see a little bit of booty. I'm not turning this down. And they get back, and people start pairing off. And the prince says, I've got a guy, he needs a wife. I hear Hero needs a husband. What do you say, bro? He says, yeah, absolutely. We'd love to. So, they meet, they like each other. And he's like, yeah, man, she's hot. Let's get married. Okay. Which, fair enough. Now, John here, played by good old Keanu, he's jealous, wants this guy to suffer, or he wants the girl for himself. I've never been exactly clear on that, but he orchestrates a plot to ruin their wedding. Basically, he frames her for being a slut. And back in this time period, and that's coming up again, by the way, being easy wasn't good. So they find a chick, her name's Margaret, looks exactly like Hero, and she gets accused of sleeping with a guy and trying to marry our boy here, while not being a virgin. Which, back then, and according to the laws of the principality, that's illegal. You can't do that. You were lying. Okay? It's marriage under false pretenses. Okay? So, now, these two chuckleheads, see, mirrors, there we go. He does not want to get married either because women are obnoxious, they lie, they cheat, they steal. So her and him are basically what we would call incels nowadays. What? Yes, it's always been a thing. Okay. So they end up, starting a relationship together. It's very cute. The whole thing boils out nice, and these two kids get married. These two get engaged. The prince is happy. This guy goes to jail. Now, Michael Keaton here, he plays what is basically the full-on comic relief. The guy's crazy. He's a bit of an idiot. He's also the chief constable. So he forgets like the meanings of words, and he uses the wrong word to mean what he actually means. It's called a malpropism. It's a Shakespearean thing. Now, my favorite scene in the whole movie is is between Benedict and Beatrice, and they're sparring with each other. They've clearly known each other for years, and when you read the subtext, yeah, they actually are attracted to each other. They just don't want to admit it to themselves or anyone. That's why the whole tricking of them getting together works, okay? Because then they're able to get out of their own damn way and actually hook up. They throw some bits at each other, and the only thing that came to mind was, the meme of, oh, that. So it's my favorite scene in the whole play. I actually loved doing it back then. Anyway, if you want to see Keanu Reeves as a young man, Denzel as a young man, and Kate Beckinsale is basically a kid, dude, you can't go wrong with this one. Love Much Ado. One of my favorite plays. This was made in 1993. You gotta love physical media, okay? By the way, I found this at a thrift store for $3. Current retail on this is 15. Boo. So, I'm going to go ahead and take off. Got other stuff I got to get done. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you so much. And I will be back with another movie. 1 second. I'm going to show you what could be. This is my stack. It'll be one of these. And it will be decided via chance. So, I will be back later. You take care. Bye-bye.